This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of December 16th, 2024. Astrological influences are not one-day events. They are largely processes and continue to play out even after they are exact. The week starts with a number of examples of that. The activity of the past weekend is still very much in the air, and you will note in your own life that you are looking at things differently, seeing ways that maybe you fooled yourself or you bought into a story, a narrative that somebody else had in the news, very likely. Big disclosures or revelations have occurred in between my recording this in advance and the week starting. And there is also a handoff of recently rediscovered or reworked or investigated in your own mind, in your own life, matters, and then starting a process of going deeper on the revisiting and the redo, and or starting to think about and communicate about things that you've stumbled on in just the past week that you want to do over or pick up or express differently. And that comes from the handoff of energies at the full moon of Mercury, planet of communication, stationing direct, ending its retrograde in a trine or an unbroken current with Mars, our planet of action, which is retrograde. However this is showing up in your life, you're going to have multiple opportunities over next year to look at it again and go deeper with it. But for right now, just note, are there people from the past who have shown up and now you're going to communicate with them more? Are there creative aspects of your being that you've decided you want to do more with? Is there something about how you have celebrated holidays in the past that you now want to reincorporate? There is an aspect of self-paced soul retrieval to this Mars retrograde right now. Just keep these ideas in mind as we start the week. The influence of confronting magical thinking, confronting deceit, pushing it out, changing your perceptions becomes all the greater as the week goes on, as the sun completes its square to Neptune, which was a feature of the full moon on Sunday. How is fog lifting in your life? How is fog lifting in your thinking? How are you shifting the way you are looking at situations? And there is, yes, very probably a political component to this. What you value, how you relate to people, who your relationships are with, the nature of your connections, your desire to enjoy people, all of that ratchets up with Venus trining Jupiter on the 19th. At the same time, there is a voice inside you saying, don't go overboard. There's some stuff I really need to deal with. And this aspect, which is a semi-sextile between Venus and Saturn, pretty much ensures that if you pay attention to whatever the uncomfortable nudge is, you'll be relieved and glad. Good things will come of it. It may be that being responsible for yourself means reframing who it is you're hanging with and allowing yourself to want what you want, which could be, I want to be with my pals. I want to be with people who match my heart and integrity. And all of these influences are not just in place this week because they are still in the air when the solstice hits. The sun moves into Capricorn on the 21st, which launches winter in the northern hemisphere, summer in the southern hemisphere, and the influences that are around us right now continue to run as a background program for the next 3 months. And this particular solstice, even though it is in tradition and goal-oriented Capricorn, has an inescapable undercurrent of you are changing, the world is changing, things are changing. It's time to get on board with the new way of doing things. Look at this week as a settling in time, as a figuring out what in the world just happened time, and adjusting your vision, adjusting your perceptions, adjusting the lens through which you view reality, cleaning off those glasses, and then it's time for the solstice. It's time for the next season. There is an impetus as part of the solstice chart of containing chaos, containing the mind running all over the place, and coming up with a more sober, sensible, practical way of dealing with a lot of things. The particular influence behind that, expansive Jupiter traveling in a square to the planet of adulting, Saturn, is going to tighten up by December 24th. It will have a callback to the Aquarius full moon time in August, which was August 19th. So you may be able to start connecting dots between things you're feeling now, things you're observing and experiencing now, and situations and developments you experienced and observed then. But remember, it is a holiday season. Venus is trining Jupiter. Those are the two planets of indulgence. Venus is in the sign of our friend group, and Jupiter is in the sign of communication. Hang out with your pals. Talk to people. Have some fun. Treat yourself, in fact. Homing thought of the week. I have two. One of them is, I face the truth. And the second one is, treat yourself. Song of the week, Ring Out Solstice Bells by Jethro Tull. And you're saying, what? I didn't know Jethro Tull had a solstice song. It's a goodie. And the image of the week is a text string with a group of friends you've known for years. As always, you will find more about this in my forecast for the month of December, which is up at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. I'm Kathy Biehl, a professional astrologer with more than 30 years experience. I have lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, including an analysis of the solstice chart, which you can buy as a standalone if you like. And I am deeply grateful to the people who support my work there. I host the show Celestial Compass on Om Times Radio and TV on the first and third Monday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern. This week, my guest is Donna Woodwell, who returns, as she does at the end of every year, to discuss the coming year with me. And oh boy, 2025 is going to be unlike anything any of us have ever experienced. And you know, I am not prone to hyperbole. I also host conversation on Facebook on the page Empowerment Unlimited, and in the group, the Astro-Insight Lounge. I post on Blue Sky, Instagram, and Threads at K.A. Biehl, and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian channel. Talk to you next week.